Hello everyone. In the previous topic we have discussed about the Einstein coefficient, that is expression for energy density. In that the condition for laser action is B12 which is equal to B21, where B12 is nothing but it is the Einstein coefficient of induced absorption and B21 stands for Einstein coefficient of stimulated emission. So the condition is induced absorption which is equal to stimulated emission. And the next thing is the requisites of laser system. In that the requisites means it is a primary criteria to have the laser system. So the first thing is energy source. So energy source for the pumping action. So pumping means it is the exciting atom from ground state to higher excited state. There are different types of pumping. So one is optical pumping and another one is electrical pumping. Optical pumping means the act of exciting atom by using light energy. So that is called optical pumping. And electrical pumping means it is the discharge or electrical discharge. And second unit, that is gain medium or active medium, so which supports for the stimulated emission, population inversion and the laser action. And this gain medium or the active medium, it is placed in between, that is fully silvered mirror as well as the partially silvered mirror. So between fully silvered and partially silvered mirror, and that will helpful for the photon multiplier. So once the photon density is more in the cavity, that is laser medium, then the laser output is coming out from the partially silvered mirror end. So that is about requisites of laser system. Condition for the laser action. So there are the two conditions, one is population inversion and another one is metastable state. So already we know the acronym for laser is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So now here we are discussing about population inversion. In order to produce the laser beam, there should be a more number of stimulated emission when compared to spontaneous emission. So it is possible only if the number of atoms in the excited state is greater than that of ground state. So the population inversion means we can create the more number of atoms in the higher excited state than compared to the lower excited state. So the definition, population inversion, it is a state of a system at which population of higher energy state is more than that of specified lower energy state. So here in this figure we can see that, so the first one is normal distribution. Here generally the ground state atoms are more as compared to excited state atom, right? But in population inversion we are creating more number of atoms in the excited state, and that will create the stimulated emission. Next one is metastable state. So generally the population inversion we cannot create in the normal excited state, because in normal thermal process the number of atoms which is more in the ground state as compared to excited state. But we have another state that is called as metastable state, so which is neither stable as ground state nor unstable as the excited state. So metastable state, the availability of fluorophore is also time duration, it is 10 raised to minus 3 seconds, therefore it can stay very longer time. Therefore in this state we can create the more number of atoms. So that is called as metastable state. Next is carbon dioxide laser. And before going to discuss this carbon dioxide laser, first we should understand the vibrational energy levels of carbon dioxide molecule. A carbon dioxide molecule has two oxygen atoms between which there is a carbon atom, and it has three modes of operation. So the first one is symmetric stretching mode, second one asymmetric stretching mode, and third one is bending mode. So let us discuss one by one. So first one is symmetric stretching mode. So in this mode the oxygen atoms oscillate along the molecular axis, either approaching towards or departing from the carbon atom. But carbon remains stationary, hence this state of energy it is referred as 100 state, and energy exhibits it is the intermediate between other two states. And second one, asymmetric stretching mode. Here the all three atoms like oxygen and carbon atoms are oscillate along molecular axis, but the oxygen atom move on the one side and the carbon dioxide atom that will move on the exactly opposite direction. And this state of energy it is referred by 001 state, and which exhibits highest energy state. And last one is bending mode. Here also all three atom oscillates, but oscillate normal to the molecular axis. So while vibrating, the two oxygen atoms are moving on the one side, and oxygen and carbon atom that will move on the other direction. Next is construction and working of carbon dioxide laser. Construction means it is similar to the requisites of laser because it consists of active medium or a gain medium, and which is placed between the two parallel mirrors. One is fully silvered mirror, another one is the partially silvered mirror, and this active medium which is connected with the energy source for the pumping action. Here the laser, which consists of discharge tube of length is about 5 meter long and diameter is about 2.5 centimeter. And this discharge tube is water cooled and filled with the mixture of carbon dioxide, nitrogen and helium gases in the ratio of 1:2:3. And sometimes the small amount of hydrogen or the water vapor is added. This is because during discharge process some of the carbon dioxide molecule may break into carbon monoxide and oxygen. But while adding the hydrogen or water vapor, which helps to reoxidize from carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide, and the pressure is maintained inside the discharge tube is about 6 to 17 torr. And the mirrors like fully silvered mirror and the partially silvered mirror that will help for the photon multiplier, and the laser output that will come out from the partially silvered mirror end. Next one is working. So here we can see the energy level diagram. So the working of carbon dioxide laser that operates on the 4th level operation. So 3 from the carbon dioxide molecule and 1 from the nitrogen molecule. So the carbon dioxide molecule that exhibits asymmetric stretching mode, symmetric stretching mode and the bending mode. But the nitrogen molecule, if absorbs energy, it always goes to metastable state. Now we can define it by energy terms, that is lowest state that is denoted by ground state, and it is denoted by energy level that is E1. Next higher energy that is bending mode E2 and E3, and E4 is the asymmetric stretching mode that is intermediate energy, and E5 state that is denoted, that is nothing but it is a asymmetric mode and it exhibits highest energy. Now the working is, once the electrical discharge is taken place in the discharge tube, then electrons which is free from the gaseous molecule and that will collide with the carbon dioxide molecule as well as the nitrogen molecule. So generally there are two kinds of collision. So one is, first kind collision is if any energetic particle collides with the ground state atom, then the ground state molecule goes rise to excited state. So that kind of collision it is called as first kind collision. And one more type, if any ground state molecule collides with the excited energy, the condition is if the ground state molecule and excited molecules energy levels are same, then the resonance energy transfer takes place between first molecule to second molecule, that is excited molecule to ground state molecule. Therefore the second molecule that goes to excited state. So this is about second type collision, and it is also called as resonance energy transfer. Now we will discuss the working of laser. Suppose if electron collides with the ground state molecules of carbon dioxide and nitrogen molecule, carbon dioxide molecule that goes to, that is ground state carbon dioxide molecule goes to asymmetric state, that is E5 level. And similarly the nitrogen molecule, ground state nitrogen molecule always goes to metastable state. Now the nitrogen molecule is at the metastable state, and ground state molecules of carbon dioxide molecule that is in the asymmetric state. So this kind of collision, it is called as first kind collision. Now the second kind of collision takes place because the metastable nitrogen energy levels, which is almost matching with the ground state carbon dioxide molecule. Therefore the energy may transfer into ground state molecules of carbon dioxide molecule, that is N2. I can denote it by N2 star. N2 star means excited state or metastable state of nitrogen energy gives rise to carbon dioxide molecule, that is ground state carbon dioxide molecule, and this ground state carbon dioxide molecule reaches to a symmetric state and nitrogen molecule come back to the ground state. Now all the molecules, that is CO2 molecules, that is in the E5 level. Therefore the population inversion is created. Population inversion is created in the E5 level. So the condition for laser is to have one is metastable state, another one is the population inversion. Population inversion means it is to creating the more number of atoms in the excited state than specified by lower energy state. Now in E5 state there are many numbers of CO2 molecule, hence the population inversion is created. Now the laser is transition, that is transition from E5 to E4, that causes 10.6 micrometer laser, and transition from E5 to E3 that causes 9.6 micrometer laser. So these two are the laser beams or laser output. After these two transitions, CO2 molecule of E4 level and E3 levels keep on collision with the ground state molecules of carbon dioxide molecule. Again the resonance energy transfer takes place because the difference between E4 minus E3, which is nearly equal to E2 minus E1, and similarly the E3 minus E2, which is nearly equal to E2 minus E1, because E4 and E3 levels are almost matching. Hence again the resonance energy transfer takes place between the various level and all the fluorophore that will come into the E2 level. Now the population inversion is created in the E2 level, and that will depopulate the laser action, because to have a laser we need molecule at E5 level, but in this case, so the population inversion is created in E2 level. And again further, after passing with the helium gas means it is the excellent thermal conductor. After passing the helium gas, all the CO2 molecule that is in the E2 level, that will come to the ground state by emitting the heat radiation. Hence again this cycle is repeats. So this is about the working of carbon dioxide laser.